Howdy, lieutenants and economists.
The most volatile, evil, disgusting things on the planet, humans. If you have a video request, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com.
Yeah, I am gonna charge you, kids. And that is the importance of not fucking up.
You are such an asshole!
Hey everybody, the old captain here, and this is another video request. If you have some kind of question and you need my advice, because you don't trust anyone else, because if anyone's out there to lie to you, go to assholeconsulting.com, where we are an asshole, but we'll tell you the truth. I recently turned 24 and have decided to make a concentrated effort to turn my life around, and I really need unbiased advice. I'll be succinct as possible. I'm 24, I'm pursuing a degree in the liberal arts that will take this entire year to finish. Yes, it's my fault for fucking this up. In university, all I really did for 2 years was drugs like a degenerate, which landed me into a mental hospital and even into prison a year later. I switched out of the 2 universities because of bad behavior, so this is the third one. My grades were good enough though, but it's the liberal arts, anyone could do it. It was still an incredibly stressful and mind-numbingly wasteful experience. So yeah, it's because people think studying the liberal arts is easier or you avoid math. Well, your brain needs some mental stimulation. And it's actually harder to study some of these things because it's so mind-numbingly stupid. I had some business classes business is not complicated, but by God, that son of a bitch of a professor was going to stretch out simple concepts that could be put in a pamphlet. He stretched it out into an 800-page book and made us sit there for 4 months in that goddamn class. So that's probably why you have a low GPA or you're just lazy. But yeah, it is mind-numbing. It is not mentally stimulating. So I would consider changing your degree. I'm still incredibly stressed. I learned absolutely nothing useful, and I learned much more from outside of class. However, things are not as bad as they seem. I luckily do not have a criminal record because of mental health and community service. I also don't have any financial problems. I inherited a lot of money, which I invested into real estate that gives me an above average yearly income, and I don't spend more than I make. Good. Well, you said on the money things, so that's actually taken care of. Just don't be a criminal dick. My parents still like me in spite of my numerous fuck-ups, however, they are both highly dysfunctional people. I need to distance myself from them. Therefore, I'm pretty much independent and alone in the world. Well, don't be alone. Go make some friends, dude. And I mean, don't cut your parents off either. Go talk to them. Just don't live with them. The point is, I don't know what to do. I have no direction in life. I can get into law school with my shitty degree, but I don't want to go to law school to be a lawyer. Well, then don't go to law school. That's just going to be... You'd think your brain was mind-numbed before. Until you go to law school. Therefore, I need to retrain myself into something useful. I want to have a purpose and be useful to society for completely selfish reasons. Well, that's not selfish. If you're useful to society, that's not selfish would be I'm going to steal money from society, become a bank robber. I'm going to be a politician. But if you want to help out society, that's you're not doing that for selfish reasons. Where do we go? Retrain myself to something useful. I want to have purpose and be useful to society for completely selfish reasons. I don't want to be seen as that guy by people who, though the concept of hard work is pretty much foreign to me. I really want to be great, a respected person, a master in some area of expertise, but I don't have the skills nor the character to do this. Well, yeah, you don't have the skills. That's why you have to go and you study. And you become an apprentice, and you work at it. And then you become a master in your field after 5 or 10 years. Heck, sometimes 15 or 20, depending on what it is. So, yeah, it's not just going to happen overnight. In the short term, I have decided to finish my degree and use the time to work on changing my life around reading useful books, going to the gym. Naturally, I'm now drug-free for almost 2 years and recently quit smoking, so I'm not completely hopeless. Awesome! Look at that. You're turning your life around. Your impartial advice would be appreciated, sincerely, and we'll keep your name anonymous. Here's the problem. You have all your food, clothing, and shelter taken care of because you're rich. And that's awesome. That's one big problem wiped out. But what a lot of people don't realize is most of humanity and most of people's time is merely spent trying to attain that amount of wealth you have. So they don't have to worry about food, clothing, and shelter anymore. That's been the existence of almost all of human existence, is just getting by day to day. Now, economics and technology has made it easier. We have a lot of time-saving devices, and no one's really starving in the United States, but that still doesn't mean that all these years worth of evolution and experience in the human mind has been that most of the time you're working and doing something. And what you're finding out is now that you make money and you don't have to worry about food, clothing, and shelter, that your problems don't go away, they're just different ones. And now you're trying to find agency and purpose in life. So what it is, I can't tell you specifically what it is, but you're right, you do need to master something. You do need to be useful. This is your brain saying, hey, I can't just sit around all day. I think you pissed away your time in liberal arts school, and you kind of agree, but don't make another worse decision and go to law school. What you need to do is you need to figure out what it is you want to do, and you're one of the few lucky people. You get to ask, okay, what do I want to do, not what do I have to do, okay? Ask yourself what you want to do. Do you want to join the military? I don't know if you can with that military or criminal background. Do you want to become a mechanic? Do you want to just read books? You may not have the answer. You may have to try a bunch of different things and find out you really like it. Again, the things that I turned out being best in life, I had no clue, no interest, really, in it at all. I was just going, how's that going to happen? And all of a sudden, here I am riding motorcycles and ballroom dancing and shit like that. Never would have thought of it in a million years. So you're young. Go experience, go explore, pick up hobbies, go on YouTube. It's a job, man. It is a fucking part-time job, at least, trying to figure out that shit. And it's not going to be today or tomorrow. It may be a year of you wandering in the desert. You finally figure out what you want to do. Spend time with kids, be a teacher, something. I don't know. And then, what's worse, you'll do it, and then you'll get tired of it and realize, I guess I don't want to do it. And then that's all life is going and trying to find the next thing to do. Finding some kind of agency and purpose. So it's going to be a long journey. It's going to take some time. Once you find out there's like several things you'd like to do, I'd start pursuing them, study up on them. Don't go to college for it first. Study it online. Try and figure out for free if you really want to pursue that hobby or that career, whatever it is that's going to give you a reason in life. But then if you find, oh wow, this really is for me, then find out what it takes to be a master in that particular field and do it. Go pursue it. But yeah, dude, you cannot be lying around at home just living off of the money you inherited. You can, but that's going to drive you nuts. That's worse than death. You got to go out. So hitting the gym, that's good. Getting off the booze and the cigarettes, or the drugs and the cigarettes, that's good. But yeah, man, I don't know. Join a club, something. Go do something. Find out. Hit a new club, not nightclub, but a social club. Hit one or two a night. Go into jiu-jitsu. Go do something. Find something, anything. And explore. And don't expect it to be solved today or tomorrow. It could be years by the time you finally figure it out. But realize you're not wasting time. Most people never even get to this stage in life. They work till they're dead, and they never get to ask themselves the luxurious question of, what do I get to do with my free time? They really don't. So be appreciative of what you have. Don't waste it. Don't just become some rich little bitch kid that just lives off of dividends. Go do something with your life. So anyway, I hope that helps, gives you a little bit of pointing in the right direction. But yeah, unfortunately, I wish I had the answer. What should I start for a business? I don't know. No one knows that except you. So best of luck. Toodles.